Hello, my water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. This is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with a general reading for you guys, focusing on a particular connection and whether you should stay and invest your time on that connection, or is it really time to go and walk away from it. For those of you who are in separation, let's take a look and see if the opportunity will present itself to you for a reconciliation, if that's what it is that you're wanting. General reading, as always, guys, it won't resonate with every single person, so please do take from this reading what makes sense for you and release what doesn't. If you're interested in your own personal private reading, all of that information is down below, as well as a link to all of the card decks and creators that you see here today. All right, guys, so let's get started. These are the 3 card decks that we will be using for your focus messages. These 2 are both by Flames of Alchemy, Divine Masculine Energy, as well as Divine Feminine. And then we'll go ahead and grab a card for each batch here from my HeartSpace Oracle. Okay, and very important to note that it's just energies here. So Divine Masculine could be a man or a woman, and the same goes for the Divine Feminine energy. Okay, so let's go ahead and set these guys aside and let's take a look and see the direction that this is going to go for the water signs here. Starting things off with the Divine Masculine perspective. So where's the masculine at on this journey? Okay, let's grab a message here. We have focus. What is it that the masculine is focused on exactly? Is it the connection? Is it on other people? Is it on their career? Or is it just whatever's going on in their life right now? Let's take a look at that and see how the cards bring forward the messages. So let's go ahead and add a dialogue card from the HeartSpace Oracle for the masculine. I'm guided to this one here. This card says, I just want you to take me in your arms and hold me for an eternity. Okay. This could also be what this masculine would love to be able to do at this point in time with the feminine. Okay. Just missing the feminine, wanting to be able to hold the feminine in their arms. Okay. Those very special, intimate moments. Let's grab another message here. So on behalf of the Divine Feminine now, for water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, what is the message for the feminine? I'm guided to this one. We have positive body image. That's actually good, you know, especially if we have a feminine who was struggling with that. Maybe at this point in time, really working on seeing things from a more positive standpoint. So that's great. Let's go ahead and grab a dialogue message on behalf of the feminine. Okay, so where's the feminine at on this journey now and what the dialogue is? You had me at hola. Okay, so maybe some of you guys are Spanish speaking individuals, if that applies. Okay, or this is just something that you're able to relate to, maybe through conversation or the very first time that you met this person. Okay, and you know, even though that's what it says, it could certainly be whatever it is in your own language. Okay, so let's go ahead and add to this with some additional insight. Let's dig a little bit deeper into the masculine's energy. This is the Moody Moon Messages Masculine Edition deck by Sister Moon Tarot. So let's see what else we need to figure out what's going on with the masculine here. They're coming through with that focus card, perhaps really focusing on the feminine. And I'm also feeling for my feminines the very first time, that moment, that initial meeting. Right from the very beginning, you were instantly attracted to this masculine. We have confident, self-assured, bold, balanced. That's a great energy coming forward from the masculine right now. Maybe it's taking them a bit of time to be able to get to this point where they were confident. I have a feeling it wasn't always like that. That was not always the case. And they had to focus on themselves and their journey and their growth and their healing in order to get to that point. So I find it so interesting that through the feminine, we've got positive body image, and now we've got a confident, self-assured masculine. So that's kind of very similar. What else here for water signs? We have avoidant. So some of my masculines here coming through with this energy: denial, fantasy, looking away. Okay. So some of you guys, you're masculine. Maybe you know this, maybe you don't. If you haven't heard from them, there's something tied into this energy where maybe they're not ready to face you right now, or they're in denial over whatever is going on here between the two of you, but they are fantasizing about you. Even though they can't be with you at this point in time, they are fantasizing about it. We've got horny, desire, focused, you. Okay, so my feminines, if you've ever questioned if this masculine is still attracted to you, still desiring you, the answer to that question is yes. Okay, what else? And you know, it's interesting because I feel from my feminines that this is coming through because there's a part of you that still desires your masculine. And if you guys haven't seen each other in a while, maybe you're wondering, you know, would they still be into you? Would they still be attracted to you? And they absolutely are, and they would be. What else for the masculine? We've got some masculines who are just having fun right now, partying, lighthearted, joyful, okay, just kind of going with the flow of where life is taking them. And then we've got some masculines who are in this energy of toxicity, self-destructive, addictive type behavior. Okay, so my feminines tuning in, whatever part of these messages are coming through that resonate with your masculine, we have all sorts of varying degrees of what's going on with the masculine here. And then we've got recognition, realizing, waking up, and listening. So they've had an epiphany. Okay, for some of our masculines here, they have had that wake-up call and maybe recognizing the error of their ways, if they've done something wrong to bring you guys at a distance from one another, or having that light bulb moment to realize what it is that they need to do in order to either fix the situation or to at least reach out to the feminine. And then look at this. We've got communicative, honest, open, and truthful. Maybe they weren't able to be honest before and possibly had to work on that so that they can get to this space of being ready to communicate with the feminine. If you haven't obviously heard from your masculine at this point, that's because for some of you, your masculine isn't ready to talk. They're still in this energy of avoiding you perhaps because they know that they messed up, or they've done something wrong, or they're just not in a place in their life where they can reach out to you in that way. And I'm guided to this one too. This one says incomplete, missing, wanting, desiring. So there's that reference to desire once again, and still wanting the feminine, still missing the feminine. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look and see where the feminines are at. So this is the Journey to the Divine Feminine deck by Divine Moon Empress. So let's add to this and see what else needs to come through for water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Focusing now on the Divine Feminine. All right. What else needs to come through here? I just did a reading for my earth signs, and this exact same message came through for the feminines. So if some of you guys recognize that you were very needy in this partnership. And it does say clings to the masculine to make oneself feel better emotionally, will do anything and everything to please the masculine. But they actually perhaps were bothered by that, or it just maybe pushed your masculine away if you were overly needy, my feminines. It could have really turned them off, you know. So if you found that your masculine distanced themselves from you, that could have been a contributing factor. But here's the thing. Look at this next card right after that. We've got independent. So at one point in time, you could have been the more needy, clingy type, but you're not anymore. Okay, you're coming through with this very independent energy. You're kind of doing your own thing right now, which is good. And again, we've got this positive body image that this feminine now has. So let's add to that. Let's see what else. What else for the feminine here? Follow your gut. Pay attention to your intuition, my feminines, okay, and what it's telling you, okay? We also have receptive coming through here. So I kind of just feel at this point, because you might have done work on yourself, that you're more open to and more flexible to whatever happens here between you and your masculine. Maybe you're just kind of throwing it up to the universe and allowing the universe to work on your behalf here. You and your masculine could certainly be communicating telepathically, okay? Able to hear each other's thoughts and converse mentally, able to sense each other's feelings and moods, even from a distance. So if you relate to that, this is what's going on. You know, so again, trust your intuition. If you feel that your masculine is communicating to you somehow telepathically, and maybe you're thinking, wait, you know, where is this coming from? It could possibly be from your masculine. So trust what you're picking up off of there. Let's grab one more here for the feminine. What other messages? We have stillness, quieting one's mind and staying connected to one's true self. Okay, so I really feel for my feminines that you have done a lot of work on yourself, and you've just been able to kind of get rid of the chaos that was surrounding you energetically, and just being able to find stillness in your life, which is much needed. And that stillness is what's going to help you to be able to really pick up off of your intuitive gifts here. And I'm just guided to this next one here. Lesson, valuable soul lessons needed to make self whole again. There you go. You know, learning those lessons, being receptive to learning these lessons that life really needed to teach you in the meantime. And I'm just guided to this one as well. Look at that. The desire, it's still here. It really is here from both of you, because again, remember, we've got the desire coming through from the masculine, and the desire is here as well from the feminine. So if you guys have ever wondered, it's like, do they even think about me? Are they still into me? Do they still desire me? Yes, 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 on both sides. That's what's coming through here. Okay, so let's go ahead and add to this with some tarot. And I'm going to go ahead and use my deck. This is my Modern Day Seers Tarot and Oracle. For those who are not familiar, this is my deck tarot with a twist. The twist here is that I've added new oracle messages as well as new court cards in addition to the traditional tarot deck. So there's a lot going on with this one. There's about 117 cards in this deck. Similar format to my tarot teacher in that the cards have the upright and reversed meanings. So for my beginners especially, it makes it really easy to learn how to read the cards. So if that's something that you're interested in, my deck shop link is down below, as well as all of the other decks and creators that you see here. So my water signs, let's continue and take a look and see what else you need to be made aware of here. What else do you need to know at this time? Okay. This is one of the new court cards. Okay, so the Baron of Water is coming through here. This is a water sign reading. So divine masculine specifically Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So this particular person is someone who's very meticulous, very detail-oriented, notoriously perceptive, sharp instincts, as it says. They're a go-getter. So once this masculine desires something or someone, they go after it. Okay? This person leads a very happy, content life. Typically, they spread happiness all around. Okay? They're a very happy person, and therefore they spread that happiness to other people. They're good company. They're a lot of fun to be with. Okay? This is someone who's very cheerful and a lot of fun. That is the Baron of Water. So that could be you. Okay. Love it. Look at that. We've got the Four of Wands coming through here. So this is a reunion card right here. Very happy, harmonious energy. A cause for celebration. That celebration could be a wedding for some of you someday between you and this person. It's a homecoming as well. So if you guys, for example, if you lived together at one point and somebody had to move out, maybe they'll be back, okay? This is also a card that could be a twin flame connection for some of you guys. Maybe you already know that. This also picks up off of the energy of happy families, especially if, for example, you guys had children together. And when you guys went your separate ways, then the family as well was fragmented. So it's a great card. The Four of Wands, really, it's harmony, home, a happy home, and a happy marriage, a happy life with this person. We've got the Three of Cups, which again is more of your own water energy here. So another card of celebration and happiness. It's awesome. A positive outcome here for the two of you. Okay. It does say new love. So for those of you who have perhaps moved on to other connections, you know, for some of you guys, perhaps you have found new love. So take that if it applies. But I'm feeling more so for this reading, this new love could be a new start, a new beginning, a new chapter in love with this person. It's another card that could result in marriage, a wedding, an engagement. Okay, so it's pretty awesome. Now, part of the reason why you guys went into separation might have to do with this Seven of Swords, which is all about deception and lies and cheating and betrayal. So there could have been a very painful breakup here for some of you guys, because we've got references to partying, and maybe we've got a masculine here who is in denial over what they've done. You know, possible third-party situations for some of you guys, and they allowed themselves to get into this self-destructive way of interacting with the feminine, perhaps. But that could go both ways, okay? Risky behavior, somebody who was manipulative, whether it was the masculine or the feminine. It could be either of you. This contributed to the issues and the challenges. But take a look at that. You've got the Ace of Swords giving you guys a new beginning here. And it's time, truly, to cut things out of the equation that are no longer serving a purpose in this relationship. Because you're being given a new beginning, a new opportunity to start fresh, to start over. This is also a card of clarity, giving you guys the opportunity to see things clearer, to make better decisions. It's a breakthrough. It's that type of epiphany. Going back to this card from the masculine, waking up, realizing, recognition, realizing that if they want to be a part of the feminine's life, then they're going to have to cut things, people that are toxic out of their life in order to be an integral part of the feminine's life. Now, for some of you, maybe your person could represent the Baron of Fire here. This is the divine masculine, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. This person has a true passion for life. They're very adventurous. They tend to be the life of the party. They're a lot of fun to be with. Very successful in their career. Okay, they can handle pressure. They're actually good under pressure. This person is very confident in what it is that they want in their life. They're very passionate, very caring, and compassionate as well. Okay, so that's part of the energy of the Baron of Fire. So we've got a couple of masculine cards coming through here. And then we've got the World. Okay, so there are certain cycles that need to complete between the two of you. And I'm also picking up the energy of harmony once again when it comes to that World card. So things can be harmonious between the two of you once again. This to me represents closed doors that will allow you to move on from the past and whatever happened between the two of you that didn't work, and also giving you the opportunity to open up a brand new door and have a new beginning here. New possibilities. And of course, the World card can apply to so many other areas of your life. Your money matters, your career endeavors, your health, your family, your friendships, and of course, your romantic life. So whatever cycles need to complete, allow those cycles to complete so you can move forward and welcome in the new beginning and this awesome energy of the Four of Wands. Okay, so that's what's coming through from there. So let's go ahead and grab some dialogue messages here from my X Oracle deck. So some of these messages could be coming from you. Some of these messages could be coming from your person. So take whichever one of these resonates with you and whichever one you're gravitating towards. So let's take a look and see who needs to say what here. For Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Look at that. I'm so sorry. They're very apologetic for whatever role they played in the breakup here. I listened to old voice messages. You've left me when the silence becomes unbearable. What I'd give to have you here to talk to. I miss you so damn much. Okay? So they definitely miss you. They're thinking about you. And maybe they have held on to old voice messages or even text messages. And they might even be reading through old conversations that you guys have had. You took my heart with you. Okay? So this is interesting how this is the next card because we have goodbye. So remember from the feminines, it's like you had me at Ola and now we've got goodbye here. So you guys had to part ways at one point in time. You did go your separate ways. You had to say goodbye to one another, you know. And the thing is, it's like you can turn that around basically. There's no turning back. We can't undo the damage from the past, but we can learn from it, move on, and heal our hearts together. Exactly. So as long as you guys are working together to rebuild the foundation of this partnership, then perhaps there's a chance that you guys can still work it out. And should that opportunity arise, then yeah, stick it out and stay together if that's what it is that you ultimately are both wanting. Next card, losing you was the hardest thing I've ever gone through. And they're acknowledging that here. And last message, I'm willing to try again if you are. So there you go. If you guys are both willing to put in the effort to try again, then yeah, then it's worth staying and seeing where this goes long term. Okay, so that's what's presenting itself here, guys. So I wanted to wrap things up by grabbing some charms from this bag of charms that I was gifted by Chris of All Things Intuitive. I'm still learning what they all mean, so you know, if I grab one and I'm not familiar with it, you might just want to go ahead and look it up online to see what it means. So let's grab some here for Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. What are your charms for this reading to wrap things up? Okay, so it's interesting here how this is coming through. For me, the snake is somebody that's deceptive, somebody that's not trustworthy. This could again have been contributing to the problems and issues that you guys have had because again, where's that card? That's what that Seven of Swords is all about. You know, somebody who is deceptive, somebody who's shady. Okay, so I feel that's coming through here because that's what you have dealt with. Now it's interesting that we've got the scissors right there because remember with the Ace of Swords, it's time to cut things and people out that no longer serve a purpose. There's a reason why you guys said goodbye to one another because somebody was being deceptive here. Okay, but the desire is still here for both of you guys to possibly come back together to work on this. We do have the turtle, so it might be a slow process. Whoever needs to take that first step, maybe they're just not ready. So if you don't hear from your person right away, just have some patience, because I have a feeling when they're ready, they'll go ahead and, open up lines of communication. We do have a bicycle here, so this could indicate some sort of travel. Maybe some of you guys just really love to go on a bike ride and just kind of de-stress and focus and think on your own. Okay, and when your person is ready, I feel they're going to create some sort of movement to come towards you. And then we have dice coming through here, so this might be one of those situations where you just have to go for it. Just take that gamble, take that risk, take that leap of faith, and see ultimately where things go. You're never going to know unless somebody takes that first step to open up lines of communication for you guys to at least start talking again, to revisit the idea of coming back together and having a reunion, and hopefully one that will stand the test of time. Okay, so that's where I'm going to leave this one, guys. I do hope whatever part of this made sense for you, that it offered you advice that is helpful at this time. And if you're interested in your own personal private reading, that info is down below. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Take care.